Hey there folks, I know that I haven't been publishing any new videos in a while, so I decided to very quickly record this one just to stay on the good side of the YouTube algorithm and also to show you what I was doing in my spare time, because when I get spare time I do my own little personal projects. I'm a professional animator, but I'm a professional 3D animator, and on the side I've been doing from time to time I've been doing some 2D animation, and here's the latest example where I decided to take a well-known character and just animate around a piece of voice recording, which I also did myself. So I will play this animation first without the recording and then with the recording. Looks something like this. It's pretty much the finished animation. Let's just play a little more. Done partially on ones and partially on twos, around 80 frames in length and in total. I'm working in TV Paint and it calculates the actual number of drawings. It's 51 drawings. And let's hear it with sound.
My name is Mr. Burns. My name is Mr. Burns.
Well, it is not a perfect lip sync, but it works okay. So it is a little fun project I've been doing for the past several days. Nothing too fancy, and I just want to talk a little bit about both my animation process and the program which I'm using for it, which in this case is TV Paint. And TV Paint is great because it allows you to draw in a traditional sense. First of all, it is not vector drawings. These are all pixel drawings, raster drawing, whatever you like to call it. There is no vector here, and that way it really resembles real pencil pretty well. And that is a good thing, because I don't have a taste for today's style of cutout / vector animation. I like the old traditional type of 2D animation, and that is why TV Paint really suits me. And but there are downsides to TV Paint, because I think it is a French application, and it's very unusual in terms of its interface and in terms of the way it organizes and lets you customize different tools. Even customizing shortcuts is an ordeal, really, because especially comparing to more refined applications like Photoshop, because TV Paint is still a little raw, a little rough. But what it does well, it mimics pencil, ordinary pencil, pretty well, and it also manages frames really well, because nowadays you can draw 2D animation in Photoshop, and Photoshop is really crappy when it comes to managing frames, whereas TV Paint is really good. It resembles Flash or Toon Boom, because 2D frame management is very similar in all those applications, and is done really well in all of them, except for the Photoshop, where you're managing layers instead of managing frames. But here you can move frames around really comfortably, and all in all, it is a good experience if you get used to the interface. And of course, you have to know certain animation principles. Good thing about TV Paint is that it allows you to, for instance, I can show it to you here. For some reason, I'm using Wacom Cintiq, and it doesn't register the right mouth button on the stylus. So I have to use the mouse to click with the right mouth button, and I can use color marks on different frames, like so, to indicate keyframes, for instance, or breakdowns, or any type of frames you are inclined to use. Because when you are doing 2D animation, it's very important to manage your frames, to know where your keys are, where your breakdowns and the in-betweens. Those are important things, and this is something that is which I miss a lot in 3D applications like Maya, for instance, because there is just frames and nothing else. It's not very good. But this is a short piece of animation. It is at 24 frames per second, and like I said, it is partially on twos, which you can see the gaps between drawings. These are on twos. I think maybe there are a couple of instances where I'm on threes even here, or even more here on 1, 2, 3, 4 on fourths actually for a small portion of the animation. And if you look at the hair, Homer here is Homer Simpson. It has these two hair strands, and those are actually animated on a separate layer. I can turn it off. Here's without the hair. It's buffering, so it's a little slow on the first couple of playbacks. I can turn off the head and turn off on the color, just the hair strands. And you can see that they're moving separately. Because it's a secondary animation, it's much more comfortable to deal with it separately. And there is also color, but the color is not finished. As you can see, I used the color bucket to just fill out the layers very roughly. As you can see, there is a panel to the right, something you don't have in Photoshop or pretty much in any other drawing application. And I still don't fully understand how to go about customizing all the drawing tools like the pencil. Even changing the size is not very good in TV Paint. So if the developers hear this, I would suggest having something like a Photoshop mode. But I'm using the color bucket to fill in the basic colors first, and then, since I'm not cleaning up my drawings here, I'm just first of all, I'd like to save time on cleaning animation, because cleaning process is very, very time consuming and is not very rewarding into the animation. And generally there are whole departments who take care of this in large studios. But here it's just me, and I like rough drawings anyway. I love rough pencil drawings, so I'm just coloring them. I'm coloring rough pencil drawings first with a color bucket, and then I go in and start to fix each drawing in terms of the color distribution here and there, using the color picker, and just fix. And it takes like 2 minutes, 3 minutes per drawing, but since I have 51 drawings, it takes a while. But since it is a little side hobby project, I'm just doing it on the side, and every now and then I go back and I just do a few color drawings, and once it is done, I will put it somewhere on social media, and we'll probably be doing some other animation tests, because for now I'm just doing animation tests in 2D, just because I love 2D animation. But I do 3D animation professionally, and that is part of my day job activities. So that is pretty much it. Here's the animation. Let's look at it once again with sound.
My name is Mr. Burns.
Took me a while to make my voice sound a little bit like Dan Castellaneta, who's voicing the Homer Simpson character on the series. But yeah, I'm pretty much satisfied with the result. I'm not doing lip sync often, and that is something I like to do. So see you next time. Next time I think I will be publishing something more conventional for this channel, 3D sculpting probably. And unfortunately I cannot put here the animation process video, because animation is so time consuming. 3D animation too, but 2D animation especially takes hours upon hours to figure things out, and I just think it is impractical to show the entire process. Maybe I will try it in the future, but for now I will be just probably showing you final or near final results. Anyway, if you have any thoughts about that, let me hear that in the comments. And for now, I wish you a great time. It is Friday here, so have a good weekend and things like that. See you soon.
My name is Mr. Burns.